Understanding the differences and vulnerabilities between the rich and poor is crucial. These disparities affect millions of lives. They shape societies and economies. Knowing these differences helps in finding solutions. Financial inequality is a global issue. It divides people into two categories, the rich and the poor. This division creates many challenges. It impacts access to resources, opportunities, and overall well-being. By studying these differences, we can work towards a fairer world. We can push for policies that help the poor. We can also promote better use of resources by the rich. Understanding these issues helps everyone. It leads to more empathy and better decision-making. It makes societies stronger and more united. Being rich or poor is often about income levels. Rich people have high incomes. They own valuable assets like houses, cars, and investments. Poor people have low incomes. They struggle to meet basic needs like food, shelter, and healthcare. Social status also plays a role. Rich people often belong to higher social classes. They have more privileges and opportunities. Poor people belong to lower social classes. They face many barriers and disadvantages. Income levels vary by country. In some places, earning $30,000 a year makes you rich. In others, it is barely enough to survive. Social status can also change. Education, job opportunities, and family background influence it. Understanding these definitions helps in addressing inequalities. It helps in creating targeted policies and programs. It also helps in raising awareness about the struggles of the poor. Financial disparities are a major issue that affects societies worldwide. The rich have more income, often significantly more than the average person. They can save and invest more, which allows them to grow their wealth over time. This leads to wealth accumulation, creating a cycle where the rich get richer. On the other hand, the poor have less income, making it difficult to cover basic needs. They often live paycheck to paycheck, with little room for savings or investments. They have little or no savings, which makes them vulnerable to financial emergencies. Investment opportunities are also different for the rich and the poor. The rich have access to a variety of investment options like stocks, bonds, and real estate. These investments grow their wealth exponentially over time. The poor, however, have limited options and often cannot afford to invest. They may not have enough money to invest in financial markets, missing out on potential growth. Even if they do have some money, they often lack the knowledge and resources to invest wisely. Access to credit is another significant disparity between the rich and the poor. Rich people get loans easily because they have good credit scores and collateral. Poor individuals, on the other hand, struggle to get loans due to bad or no credit scores. They often face high interest rates, making borrowing expensive and difficult. High interest rates further exacerbate their financial struggles, trapping them in debt. These borrowing challenges make it hard for them to improve their financial situation. These financial disparities create a cycle of poverty that is hard to break. The rich get richer, and the poor get poorer, widening the wealth gap. Breaking this cycle requires systemic changes and interventions. It requires better access to financial resources, education, and opportunities for the poor to create a more equitable society. Social differences between the rich and poor are stark. These differences manifest in various aspects of life, creating a divide that is often hard to bridge. One major difference is access to education. Education is a fundamental right, yet the quality and availability of education vary greatly depending on one's socioeconomic status. Rich people can afford high-quality education. They have the financial means to send their children to prestigious schools that offer better resources and opportunities. They go to private schools and universities which often have state-of-the-art facilities, experienced teachers, and a wide range of extracurricular activities. Poor people often attend underfunded public schools. These schools struggle with limited resources, outdated materials, and overcrowded classrooms. They have fewer opportunities for higher education. Scholarships and financial aid can help, but they are not always enough to bridge the gap. Healthcare is another area of disparity. Access to quality healthcare can significantly impact one's quality of life and longevity. The rich can afford private healthcare. They have the means to pay for the best doctors, cutting-edge treatments, and comfortable hospital stays. They have access to the best doctors and hospitals. This ensures they receive timely and effective medical care. The poor rely on public healthcare. Public healthcare systems are often overwhelmed, leading to long wait times and limited access to specialists. It is often crowded and under-resourced. This can result in delayed treatments and poorer health outcomes for those who cannot afford private care. This affects their overall health and well-being. Social networks also differ significantly between the rich and the poor. Rich people have influential connections. These connections can open doors to exclusive opportunities and resources. They know people in high places. This network can provide them with job opportunities, business deals, and other advantages. This helps them in getting jobs and opportunities. Networking plays a crucial role in career advancement and personal growth. Poor people have limited networks. Their social circles often lack influential individuals who can provide similar opportunities. They lack connections to influential people. This makes it harder for them to climb the social and economic ladder. This limits their chances of success. Without the right connections, they miss out on opportunities that could improve their lives. These social differences create unequal opportunities. The gap between the rich and the poor continues to widen, affecting various aspects of life. They affect life chances and outcomes. Addressing these disparities is crucial for creating a more equitable society. Addressing these disparities requires investment in public services. Improving education and healthcare systems can help bridge the gap. It requires policies that promote equality. By implementing fair policies and investing in public services, we can work towards reducing social differences and creating a more just society. Section 5. Emotional vulnerabilities. Emotional vulnerabilities are prevalent among both the rich and the poor. However, they manifest differently. The poor often experience high levels of stress. They worry about basic needs like food and shelter. This constant stress affects their mental health. The rich also face emotional challenges. They may feel isolated or pressured to maintain their status. They worry about their wealth and reputation. This can lead to anxiety and depression. Mental health resources vary. The rich can afford therapy and counseling. They can access mental health services easily. The poor struggle to get help. Public mental health services are often lacking. This exacerbates their emotional vulnerabilities. Emotional well-being is important for everyone. Addressing emotional vulnerabilities requires better mental health services. It requires breaking the stigma around mental health issues. It also requires supporting people in their daily struggles. Section 6. Daily life and long-term prospects. Daily life for the rich and poor is very different. The disparities are evident in almost every aspect of their lives. The rich have more comfort and security. They wake up in comfortable homes, free from the stress of financial instability. They live in safe neighborhoods where crime rates are low and community resources are abundant. They have access to good food and healthcare. Their diet is nutritious, and they can afford regular medical checkups. The poor face many daily struggles. From the moment they wake up, they are confronted with challenges that the wealthy rarely experience. They live in unsafe areas where crime is a constant threat and infrastructure is often neglected. They have limited access to basic needs. Even securing food and healthcare can be a daily battle. These daily differences affect long-term prospects. The cumulative effect of these disparities shapes their future. The rich can plan for the future with confidence. They have the resources to think long-term. They can save for retirement and invest in their children's education, ensuring a secure future for the next generation. The poor focus on immediate needs. Their financial constraints make it difficult to plan beyond the next paycheck. They struggle to save and invest. Any unexpected expense can derail their financial plans. This affects their future opportunities. Job opportunities also differ significantly between the rich and the poor. The rich have better job prospects. They often have access to higher-paying, stable jobs. They can afford higher education and have influential networks that open doors to lucrative careers. The poor have limited job options. They often find themselves in low-paying, unstable jobs. They often work in low-paying, unstable jobs which offer little room for advancement. This affects their long-term career growth. The lack of opportunities stifles their potential. These disparities create a cycle of inequality. The rich get richer, while the poor struggle to break free from poverty. The rich maintain their status and wealth. Their resources and networks help them stay ahead. The poor struggle to improve their situation. Despite their hard work, systemic barriers often hold them back. Breaking this cycle requires systemic changes. It's not just about individual effort, the system itself needs to be reformed. It requires policies that promote equal opportunities. Only through comprehensive reforms can we hope to create a more equitable society. Section 7, Key Points Illustrated. Visual aids can help in understanding these disparities. For example, a pie chart can show income distribution. It highlights how wealth is concentrated among the rich. A bar graph can compare investments. It shows how the rich have more opportunities to grow their wealth. A side-by-side comparison can illustrate social differences. It shows the contrast between luxury and basic public services. A split image can depict emotional vulnerabilities. It shows how stress and isolation affect both groups differently. A timeline can compare life paths. It shows how early advantages or disadvantages impact long-term prospects. These visual aids make complex topics easier to understand. They highlight key points clearly. They help in communicating the scale and impact of disparities. Section 8, Conclusions and Solutions. In conclusion, the differences and vulnerabilities between the rich and poor are significant. Financial disparities affect income, wealth, and investment opportunities. Social differences impact access to education, healthcare, and networks. Emotional vulnerabilities vary, but both groups face mental health challenges. These disparities affect daily life and long-term prospects. They create cycles of inequality. Breaking these cycles requires systemic changes. It requires investment in public services and policies that promote equality. Possible solutions include improving access to education and healthcare. Providing better financial resources for the poor is also crucial. Mental health services should be accessible to everyone. Promoting social mobility through fair policies is essential. Understanding these issues is the first step. It leads to empathy and better decision-making. It helps in creating a fairer and more united society. Working together, we can address these disparities and build a better future for all.